How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about CEI Camber Energy. We saw on the Friday, you know what, it pulled back a little bit, but it still showed a lot of strength, holding up levels of support we talked about in the previous video. I won't waste any more time. I want to make sure you're prepared for Monday, so let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to take a look at the overall price action. We want to see support. We want to see resistance. What we want to look forward to, especially going into tomorrow and as the week progresses. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. Are shorts still heavily vested in this play? Are they increasing their positions? We're going to find out. And then we're going to take a look at the order flow distribution. Were institutions loading up on shares for Friday? We're going to find that out. And then when all of that is done, we'll jump into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for CEI Camber Energy. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $1.69, being down 1.74%. On the low, it tested $1.62, and then on the high, testing $1.84. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 150.068 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 251.372 million shares. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a 1-year daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, we are right around 83.78. So of course, we've been seeing a lot of momentum. So this is why we're in this particular area in regards to being overbought. When we take a look at the moving averages on our chart, you can see we continue to have strength above it, right? We have strength above the 50-day, the 21-day EMA, and as well as the 200-day. Now, taking everything into consideration, as far as support, as going into Monday and for the rest of the week, preferably you're going to want to see $1.60 hold. We ended up actually testing $1.62 on the Friday, and we showed to have some support there. So this is why I say going forward, this is what you want to see a continuation of. If this $1.60 level does ever decide to end up breaking, then of course the next level you're going to want to see hold up is around $1.58, and also right here around $1.53. So there's something to keep in mind. As far as for the high on the day on the Friday, it was at $1.84. So if we end up revisiting these levels going into Monday, then of course I'll be looking forward to seeing the momentum continue and then making that push, getting to this level where we could see some resistance right here around $1.88. But this is something that we're used to because we've seen this was an area of resistance back on the 16th, so not too long ago whatsoever. So passing these levels can easily, as you can see right there, we also have a gap. We could easily get to the $1.90 level very quickly, and then seeing how much volume would come in would push this stock where we want to look for that $2 range. And this is why I was saying you're going to see a lot of profit taking in this area, and especially where it's had previous resistance as well, like I was saying, around that $1.88. That's all I got for you guys today. Let's see how it turns out as far as for tomorrow and for the rest of the week. So we're going to take a look at the recent short interest information for CEI. Scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 200,000, updated 4 minutes ago, and for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 10.17%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see for the close of the 16th, it was at 58.64, which was Thursday last week. And then the close for Friday that just passed was 54.52. So it did go down a little bit, but one thing that is very clear here, with a short volume ratio that high, CEI continues to have short squeeze potential. So we have the continued amount of volume that we normally have been getting. We can see the stock make strong moves to the upside, but do keep in mind you want to see those increasing levels of support and as well as demand for shares. As long as those variables are there, then of course we can see the stock continue its run. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Camber Energy. So we can see on the inflow is at 48.83, and then on the outflow is at 52.58. So we ended up having an outflow day. So on the large, and keep in mind this is in the millions, we had 16, and then on the medium we had 26.18, and then on the small we had 6.65. On the outflow side, on the large, we had 18.18. On the medium, we had 26.81. And then on the small, we had 7.59. So taking this into consideration, there is a lot of selling, especially on the retail side. Could be some profit taking because it has been on quite the run. We could also see on the medium side, outflows were winning out. And as far as for the large is concerned, there's not really a big difference there, but due to the fact that as far as for inflow, it was at 16, and then on the large for the outflow, it was at 18.18. And then taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, and on the Friday, it being an outflow of 2,180.16, things are continuing to look good for Camber Energy, and it's part of the reasons why I want you to keep this on your radar. We see institutions are still loading up on shares. Yes, the outflows were higher on the large scale side, but due to the fact there's still interest there as far as for inflows coming from institutions is why I still feel this play is due for another spike. Hey, I want to see that $2 range. But anyways, let's jump into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for CEI, there's a few areas that I want you guys to look out for. I want to see it hold up support at $1.60 on the Friday. It pulled back to $1.62. And also the next level that I want to see if it decides to pull back even further hold up is around $1.55. So keep an eye on these levels. If you see a lot of strength there, then of course we could look forward to seeing a spike. And then on top of that, you guys know I want to see this stock reach $2. But one thing that we can clearly saw, and this happened last week, we do have some resistance around $1.87, sorry, $1.88 around there. So if we could pass that particular level, then I'm looking forward to seeing a move going to the $1.90s, and I want to see that test to 2. Of course, along the way, there's going to be a lot of profit taking and there's going to be a lot of selling. But if we end up having a continued amount of volume, which is a large amount that we have been seeing in this play, then we can look forward to seeing those levels. If the volume starts dying down, then of course it could pull back, or maybe it might just have consolidation and support. It all depends what's happening on both sides. And I'm talking about the retail side and as well as the institutional side. If institutions continue to start selling hard and we're not seeing as much inflow, then of course this stock can pull back. And as far as retail is concerned, which is people like you and I, or even traders, they're going to start selling out because, like I said, it has seen a lot of momentum. This is part of the reasons why I always emphasize doing your homework and doing your due diligence. And going on Fintel and seeing as far as for the short interest information, it still continues to have short squeeze potential. And it's part of the reasons why if there's a lot of buying pressure, this stock can continue to be a multi-day runner. So let's see what happens going into tomorrow. Hope you guys were able to devise a strategy. You found this video helpful. So I'll be talking to you guys real soon.